There she goes. Hello, everyone. We are back. We are live. We are about to do Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is. What's that, baby? Are you talking to me, Kelly? Oh, sorry. All right. So we're doing Love and Marriage Huntsville. It is called Softball Hard Shade. All right. So I'm gonna play. I don't know if I have the Huntsville intro, Kelly. So I'm just gonna play the old one, and I'll get that one to you later. Okay. All right. Let's see. What are you doing over there? I don't know where it is, Callie, so I might not be playing one. Let's just play something.
It's going.
All right, let's just get to going because I don't know which one it is. So we don't have to do an intro today. Y'all ready to get into it?
I can't hear a thing. I guess.
Hold on. Callie can't hear. I guess I can try to find an intro. Oh, I want to show another thing. Shoot. We were talking about, what is this one? Hello, everyone. We are live. Welcome to Chatter Up.
Let's be clear.
Y'all
literally caught. What you doing, honey? What you doing, nothing?
That's a Karen move, honey. But she did it. Nobody said anything about that. That was appalling.
Kenya was not a video vixen.
Okay.
Kenya was a scholar.
That's the old one. I love that one.
Kenya was a scholar. It's far from it.
I can't hear y'all.
You can't. Go back and set your.
Go back and do your. Can you hear me? Oh, she can't hear us.
No.
I'm
we
gonna
hear you. No.
You can hear me.
Yes.
You can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna message you and tell you what to do. We need a hot. We need a hot tweet
thing. Okay, let me find my earplugs. I'll be back.
Oh yeah, Mel song. I might can message her and ask her, can we use her song? She probably will let us. Joy, can we use Mel song on our intro for?
You asking? I don't know.
You know, you and Mel ain't friends sometimes. So okay, man. Well, let's get into it. Callie, I'm gonna send you a message in a sec. I don't know if she can hear me. I'm talking to myself. So, what do y'all think about Tish continuing therapy with? What's his name? Is he the only therapist in Huntsville?
He must be. He might be the only black one though.
Or he could be the only one that's willing to film.
Do they have black and film? I mean, right? Who's black? Who's a male? And who's that's willing to film? Yeah.
Let me tell you,
it is interesting that her and Martell got the same therapist or counselor.
and everybody gonna go see him next week. Y'all know that, right? Everybody's going.
Who is everybody?
Well, all the men except Marceau said no. Remember, they're all going to talk to him. That was in the previews.
I didn't even see that.
Yes. So
every cut off, or I wasn't paying it because I recorded on my DVR.
So, do you agree with him when he said that Tish is dependent on Marceau? Like Marceau wants Tish to depend on him?
It's possible. There are men that are like that. I mean, most men don't come home.
Do the percolator.
Can you hear?
We hear you.
Can you hear
me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I still can't hear y'all.
Get your other iPad. I thought he was good, and that and that's what I was going to say. And I need Callie on this one because we kind of talked about therapy. Do you think that it is a good therapist? Because Marceau was like, it seems like you come back with more questions than answers. But do you think that's what a therapist is supposed to do to get you to think?
Yes, I think a lot of people think therapy is supposed to solve their problems. Mm-hmm. Really, it's to get you to a place to solve your problem.
Yeah, I think that was good. Yeah, let me see if Callie can hear, because I want her to hear about the therapy thing.
And he may not have liked that it's been a couple of incidents that came, him using what do you call her, peasant, and then the other thing that he said,
hello,
he was talking about his dad, he probably didn't feel comfortable.
Hello?
Now, can you hear us?
Hello?
She can't hear us.
No?
Go back out and then test your mic.
Let me go call from my
Can you text her? Let me message her. So Denise said she thought he was good and he made a question herself. I agree with that. Let me text Callie, y'all, real quick. Let me ask the next question though before I do that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Right. Do you think that Tish, because he said that Tish doesn't validate herself as a person. She needs her kids and her husband to make her happy. Hey, Antoinette. Do y'all agree? Oh, Callie's trying to get back in. Shoot, I didn't get to message her. Callie, is your speaker working?
Okay, start without me. I'm sure you have. I don't know why I can't hear anything.
Okay, I'm a text her in a sec. Okay, so do y'all think that a lot of women do that? Do you think that Tish is doing that? And we finna get to the good part.
It's interesting if that's true. They're not. It could be true, but they're not. The stories that they've presented to her as how we're seeing her storyline, so to speak, it don't match up. That doesn't mean that she's not a caretaking type of person, because they kind of present her on this show as kind of being selfish.
They do.
And so I'm not saying that, based off of what she does at home or with her kids is a true representation of her. But they really paint her negatively. If she's, I don't want to say negative, like she's not a villain, but the way she is.
Who, Tish? I think she is. Yeah.
She's not really a villain because she doesn't, but she's the person that's going to say the wrong thing when she's upset. She's the person that's going to take you on a whole new journey. Just like and I was actually really surprised at Kimmie when Tisha sends out this text to everybody. And Kimmie was tripping off of, I don't understand why I'm with the other girls. Like for some, like she's above the other girls, not literally, but in her rank to how Tisha saw her, she should have been.
She should have been excluded. So do you think it was because she was asking for money and she felt like it should have came from a personal phone call? Or because I'm trying to figure out why would Kimmie be mad?
I couldn't figure out because that isn't the Kimmie that we've seen. The Kimmie that we've seen.
Oh, Callie's trying to get back.
Wouldn't care about that. That it's just like I believe her when she says I ain't no caller. You always call me more. So I can believe that she ain't really the type that'll pick up the phone and say, "Hey girl, what you doing?" No, I don't see her doing it.
So I paint her as she's got nothing. Denise, you are a mess. She's got nothing going on but nags and doesn't like that because she seems sweet. You talking about Tish?
You talking about Tish?
She seems like a nagger. I mean, I don't know if she's nagging, but she keeps having to ask. I guess if you keep having to ask for the same thing, it could be considered nagging. But shouldn't your husband finally listen?
But it kind of seems like, if you're painting the narrative that she's everything, it's been pretty clear that Marceau has a very standoffish role as a father. And I'm sure he loves his kids.
Yes.
In his eyes, a man provides. And most men, that's what I was going to say about the earlier question that you had, the first question you asked, don't ask their wives to stay at home.
Right, that's true.
To leave their jobs. Most men are like, especially when it's not even like they're wealthy at this point. They are still working class people.
They're building.
They're doing well.
Yeah.
And their trajectory definitely looks up. But they're not overly wealthy. They don't even think that little house that they live in is not costly.
No,
I'm
it's not
saying that to down them because I know that they're building. But most people, even if they were moving into something, they would want to appear fabulous, which also is really a good positive about their personality because they're not willing to put on no front. Although I did hear first season they were staying somewhere else, and I wondered, was this really?
Is that why they went back to the smaller place? Because
because they weren't. I heard that they were that those apartments townhouses.
Like little townhouses.
Those weren't. They really didn't live there.
Oh,
it was only for filming.
So, you think Kimmie's over it? No, the show paints Tish like that, and I don't. So you think Tish is sweet? Okay, but Tish thinks they got mega bucks. I mean, she does want a lot of things, and maybe he feels obligated to try to take care of her, and so maybe that's why he's working so much.
He wants to.
Yeah.
You know, again, this wasn't a guy. This wasn't Tisha coming home. Tisha been trying to leave and go back to work since first season. He doesn't want her to be. You have a dependent, codependent relationship. He wants to have somebody depend on him, and she wants to depend on somebody. They're this codependent dependency.
Gotcha.
Them both. They the perfect match in that regard, because she likes to spend money. She likes to flaunt, and she does like to buy expensive things.
She does.
And I don't know if they own all of these cars that they've seen in, but I tend to think they own that Jeep.
Okay.
But that's a $80,000 car.
Right.
I mean, even
I think, can y'all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah. I think
there you go, Callie.
Tisha said Marsau wanted to take care of everything. So she came into the marriage being independent, and he didn't like that. So I didn't get the feeling that she wanted to stay at home. Is that what you just said, Joy, or did I?
Well, I think that once they probably start having kids, she was okay with it. And they kept having them because they got 3 kids.
And they don't show the son, right? They don't show
oldest. Yeah, I think they got 4.
Okay.
She has just said this isn't the life that she planned for herself.
Yeah, she said, and I was like that too. I never thought I told you my auntie told me I should have just been a mistress, but I never thought I would get married. I never thought I would have kids. And it just changed. And so, and it wasn't because I got pregnant like Tish either. I didn't get pregnant and get married. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying that. But I think when she got pregnant, it changed her life.
Yeah.
And so it might have been the Bessemer in her that made her think she had to get married. Is that a Bessemer thing, Joy? You know them, right?
I mean, that's Alabama. Bessemer's outside of Birmingham.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
I used to live in Bessemer. But I mean,
and then when she got to hanging around Melody, when she started hanging around Melody and other really independent people, she wanted to do more. And that, I think, caused problems. But she also admitted that she believes the rumors. So it's hard for her to listen to Marsau.
Yeah,
because everything has been stressful just because of the rumors, and that's sad.
That is.
I wish there was a way for her to ignore that, but I guess rumors are hard
too. Those rumors, but at least she's handling it a different way, because some people attack when they hear rumors, but it's like I feel like she's like went inside herself. You know what I mean?
I think, and she's probably getting a lot of heat from the fans because of what was happening. That this is kind of the disadvantage of having a lot of the casts have social media the way that some of them do. So sometimes we're running 2 shows at the same time, what we seeing online and what we watching on TV. And when you have somebody like Mel saying, you know, she said this, she knew this, she put this out, you know, and even if it's true, it gives you an alternative vision or thought on them. So with Tisha, sometimes I watch her and I think she's trying to be 2 steps ahead.
And she's not, her brain ain't that good. I'm not talking about
I just don't think she understands that the audience, although we're watching heavily every show, you know, I think she underestimates us.
Because she's too dingy to be 2 steps ahead.
And I don't think she's dingy. I mean, she is dingy.
I mean,
she's
smart.
She's dingy in an unintelligent way.
Yeah, she's a smart lady, but
she doesn't. Yeah, she's not. This has something to do with her intellect. But I think that she's naive when it comes to relationships. She appears to be what somebody accused me of. Whatever he say.
Yeah. So okay, let me read this. So like the therapist said, that's not good, because what if they get in a situation like Martell and Melanie, and then she will feel like she needs to stay because she isn't independent anymore. And Marcel may want that. Some men put you in that situation But I don't think Tish family would. She has a family that because he's not going to be able to isolate her from her family, so that's good. But if he could do that, then that probably would happen.
And I don't think he wants to, because I also think that I don't think that he's that calculated. Because
there we go.
Marceau isn't
face it or not, right?
What she say? But if she hears the rumor, she needs to let it go, either face it or not. Yeah.
She don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah, she don't know how to do that. That's hard. I don't think that Marceau is that calculated. I don't think that he would be the type and be like, well, I want this type of I'm a be with this person because she ain't gonna do nothing but focus on me, or you can't have this career. I don't think he's like that generally. I think he wants to be a provider for his family, because in his eyes, that's what a man does.
Yeah, and I think they grew up poor. They've talked about it. And so he probably grew up his whole life saying, I'm going to take care of my wife. I'm going to take care of my kids. I'm going to be totally different from what I am. And that's admirable. And he wants to do it. But if she wants to go, and that's why she's getting all these 4 degrees. She's going to be like Wendy in a minute. She thinks that her going back to school at least is giving her something to do. And, and she's probably going online.
Things,
and she's trying to fill the void. And but I do when they do Instagram posts and stuff, because she is like sometimes on vacation with her and just the kids. But that's not what she wants. So they need to kind of compromise and do what each other wants. And I don't know if either one of them will bend. So, but y'all don't think that they're making up these relationship problems to get more TV time?
No, I don't think she wouldn't be able to do that. She's too emotionally unbalanced to play with her relationship. I'm serious. Not even.
I believe that.
I don't. There's no shade in that. Seriously, you don't play with her about that kind of stuff. She wouldn't be able to handle that.
I think Marcel thought they could have an agreement that she would agree and keep to it. So when they probably did get together, he was like, "You're gonna be a stay-at-home mom. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that." And then when Melody, like you said, came around, or just her just maturing and changing, things happened, and she didn't want that anymore.
You just a couple of years ago, I don't know if it's 5 or more, Marceau was like a manager at a movie theater. So he wasn't a rich guy in northern Alabama.
Oh,
I mean, just to kind of put this in perspective, like he wasn't rich. And I don't know. Sometimes I wondered, even was that a storyline?
Right.
I mean, not to say that I have a hard time believing she hasn't been working. Let me just say it there.
Oh,
I had a hard time believing it.
If he was just a movie person, even in that house that they had, you would probably need 2 incomes.
I would think so. I mean, just to be okay, not necessarily to be rich, just to be okay.
So let's get into the good part. All right. Okay.
Oh, I forgot all about this.
This is a really good part.
This scene right here. I mean, a few people was like, why they have the kids on there? And at first I was like, but do you think that it was a good co-parenting picnic? Do you think the kids should have been shown? What are your thoughts on this whole situation? Hold on, somebody says is it fair for her to have to endure all the stress that he is taking on to be a provider? It seems like that's a big part of the problem. That's true. Like, she feels like, she doesn't have her husband. She's doing everything by herself, even though they're not showing her doing this. I don't see her doing that. Why don't you just hire Wanda? Babysit. Wanda would do it. Boss Baby killed it. So what do y'all think about?
Ooh,
Wanda's not going to be canceling any of her hair appointments to babysit.
Or her dates, because she got many men. Okay, you better leave it alone.
And still a husband
and a boyfriend.
Go
ahead.
If damn here she go again with that shit.
Yes. Where did you get that? That is so true. That's everybody's emotion right there.
Yes.
He has that look like, here we go again.
Here we go again. So let's get back to this, y'all. What do y'all think about this scene? I don't know. I had so many questions, but I kind of just want a free for all. Just people, what do y'all think? Okay, let's ask you. Do you think the kids should have been filmed?
Yeah. Now,
okay.
I say that only because the kids have already been on the show.
Okay.
So, where they're talking to them like they have before. This is just a different conversation.
Do you think the picnic outside of nobody's home, it was even territory, was a good place? I thought so too.
Mm-hmm.
You know that they say that they really do get along, right?
Yeah.
You can tell because when he walked away, which I want to get at, you can look at her face. She's like, where you going, Martell? Hope? Like they play around with each other. They may still be doing some things. We're going to get to that later.
I'm mad at her.
So, yes, the scene when the little girl said she saw her dad in the hotel and she was with her mom. I was like, I knew good and well Mel isn't. Y'all know I said this last week because y'all said I was a stalker when I said, did she have a tracker on the car?
Yes, that was so funny.
We should have put that clip in all the groups because we said it. But do y'all really think if that little girl was there at that hotel, she wouldn't be like, Daddy, what you doing?
Or the fact that she said it was a secret. That's our secret.
What do y'all think, y'all? She said, don't you talk about it. She said, I want baby.
Mama told her not to say anything, so she didn't say anything.
So some people were trying to say that it was this photo that the little girl saw.
Oh, yes, they are in the elevator. They look like they're at the Marriott probably because nothing too fancy.
They ain't at where the Hilton. Kathy didn't get them a hotel.
To say that that's a hotel, maybe a kid would say that. I don't know.
Oh, God.
I would think that they've been in, maybe that's where they're used to elevators because that could be anywhere.
It could be.
It
could be, but it's much funner if it was.
So do you think that Mel was
not like though they got luggage? You would say, hey, they go into a hotel.
It's upstairs. They get ready to go down to the pool.
They went to the room. She didn't already get fellatio. They went to eat.
Yeah.
They went to eat.
We make it up. Oh, sorry.
You know, somebody told me you should write a book, Monty, because the stuff that you say.
It's true. They already checked in. They had just got through. Yeah.
All we know is it could be at the mall. For all we know.
Do the malls have elevators where you?
Yes.
Oh, dang. Okay. I was
trying does.
I was just trying to say.
Some stores do. The stores have not all. Anyway. Okay.
So do y'all think Mel was stalking? Like I said, because I told you she put a track on that car. Y'all didn't believe me.
I don't know that stalking is the word to use.
What's the word?
She was simply, checking out to see what else, what his agenda includes during a regular day.
Oh,
so
okay.
She just,
do y'all think that the people who are so Velma thinks it's the photo? Okay, Velma. Somebody said no. Antoinette said no. She's just stalking. Look, Justina, I told them. I said, I said it was a friend. It could have been me, but I ain't gonna say. Put up
pictures of Martell.
How did they get the picture of them in the elevator?
Come on now. You know that Melody's one of her little cousins works down there in the front office.
No, she had Ariane would have had because there is a picture of Martell laying in a bed. I'm assuming it was.
What? Send that. Yeah. I haven't seen that.
It had to be a while ago because Martell.
I need to investigate this. Can you send that over?
Are you serious? So, Antoinette, you don't think that they're stalking if you put a tracker on the car and then you start following where they are and then you see them in the hotel and you take your kid?
It's not stalking.
You couldn't get sometimes you can't get a babysitter, okay?
With or without a tracker. It's not stalking. It's just seeing how he spends his time to help him better manage the situation. Okay.
I mean, I ain't mad at her. Would y'all put a tracker on the car if y'all thought y'all man was cheating?
No.
I wouldn't either. I ain't got time for it.
No. I sure wouldn't. Unless it were
people watching, would y'all do it?
Unless it were like a Friday night and we were bored and the girls were over and we like, let's go see what's up. All right, let's go follow one of them. But
maybe that's what they was doing with Boss Baby. Boss Baby said, let's go on the field trip. And we're going to go see the hotel and see all the pretty lights outside. Was it Christmas? The hotel could have been like lit up. And then they saw them walking in and they was in the elevator.
I'm just glad that they left alive.
Melanie had that baby on her hip. Followed that dude probably somewhere and cussed him out before she got back in her car. And drove home because she might not have said anything. I can see Melanie is holding it together only because of
the kids. Yeah. Right.
And got back, put that baby back in their stroller crying all the way home.
You got to respect that though, that she was able to do that. And Martell didn't know nothing about it until that little girl said something. Melody knows how to keep her mouth together and make some plans.
No, probably the only thing that was secret was she was there. Martell may have knew because I'm sure she cussed him out.
She said
before she could put that baby in that room quick enough. She called him and cussed him out, but what was probably the secret was she was there.
She was there. She shouldn't have been there. But you know what? You know, a lot of stuff happened on the elevator. Y'all remember Beyonce, Solange, and Jay-Z? The elevator is the place to be, okay?
So would y'all not have done it because of the kids?
I don't think I would take
first of all, I couldn't with having 2 daughters,
no,
I wouldn't want that etched in their brain.
No.
I gotta say, I wouldn't either.
I mean, my earliest memory, my youngest memory are my parents arguing. That's my youngest memory. And I can't remember if I was turning 4 or if I was turning 5. It was the day before my birthday.
Yeah, I wouldn't take my kids with me either to do my birthday.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say you stalked him the day before your birthday?
No, my parents. I can't remember if it was the day before my 4th birthday.
They were arguing.
My 5th birthday, but it was over me. But they were fighting, and I was really young, and both of them was telling me to get in a car.
Oh.
And
you didn't know where to go.
I didn't know what to do.
And you remember that.
I remember it clearly. And the lady who used to keep me, her name was Amy, bless her heart. She came out and saved me. Like
oh my God.
I did too. Because when I was watching this, it kind of like hurt my soul because these kids are really impacted. They see this, they remember this. They were like, and when he was like, well, I don't want y'all to be divorced, and I want y'all to get back together and go on dates, and
it's terrible. My parents, every time they met up, it was an argument.
Antoinette, look,
what?
Keep on.
Her kids with her everywhere.
She said hers wrong.
Okay.
I couldn't do that.
I don't think I would do it.
Go ahead. There are certain things. It'll be one thing if I was somewhere with my children and my daughter was like, "Hey, there go daddy," and you look up and he would have checked. I don't know how. I would hope I could keep it together, but I couldn't. It's just certain memories I don't want my children to have. I might mess them up in a whole nother way.
And you know what?
Not that way.
But that's important what you said, Joy.
It is.
Because you were 4 years old and you remember like it was yesterday. And I remember some things that happened when I was a kid. Some of that stuff sticks with you through life. So these kids being there in this situation,
I was crying to listen to them when that little boy, when Martell Jr. said, because I don't want to cry no more.
I don't want to cry no more. I want y'all to get back together. I don't want step parents. I don't want, and you know what the thing I thought in my head, and I should have been mad at more than that, but I was like, coleslaw should be shamed. I don't know why.
I didn't even think about her. That's funny.
Remember when Melanie told her children, well, you know, some of your friends, I'm sure their families, they was like, hey, no. Friends like that.
That does not apply to me. Really? And Melanie just looked over at Martell. Yeah, she was like, oh God, what are we gonna do now?
Don't be trying to act like this everybody's issue.
This ain't ordinary people, okay? This ain't ordinary people.
I did respect Melody when she said, well, think of it as a bonus mom. Think of it as a parent that's gonna tell you yes when we would tell you no. I mean, so I saw a little bit of growth in her to be able to talk about the other child.
But they said they didn't want that.
I know, but whether you want it or not,
it's too late.
In this situation, Melanie's gonna have to move on first.
What do you mean?
That's the only way I think they would calm. Because if you think about them as a couple, if I was trying to remember who should move on first to make it like done, and the other person not clown.
You think Martell a clown if he know Melanie with somebody else? Because I'm gonna say this: if he really thought Melanie cheated on him, his big old ego, he couldn't take it. That's why I know he knows.
If Melanie wasn't having them around his kids, I don't think he would have anything to say. So if she started posting her and some guy on Instagram and it don't have nothing to do with his children, I don't think he would have a problem. I really don't.
But coleslaw gonna be around.
But I'm just saying, if she moved on first, I think they could get along. If he moves on first, I don't think that I think Melanie will always act as if she's still hurt.
Yeah.
But I think if she moved on first, Martell can finally move on.
Do y'all think that? Who's
but watching? I don't think he's gonna clown. I think
I think he is.
Oh, I'm sure he'll clown a little bit. But as long as if either one of them date, it really shouldn't include their children.
I don't think so either.
And I think that if Melanie is on vacation with him and it's her off week, I don't think you would have an issue. Now, if he on vacation and it's her off week and she got children, maybe, and it's a reoccurring thing, that's his issue. His issue is at least even if you want to say it's a lie, it's attached to his children. Yeah. If his children aren't involved, I don't think he's gonna have anything.
So that on that preview that they showed was he thought Mel was proposing to somebody. Somebody said he was acting crazy. Do y'all think that? I don't remember.
It looked like he was, but
he looked like he was. But
we
talk about Carlos.
No, Joy, I don't think I believe you, Joy, because when they were sitting when they were sitting there at that thing and they was talking about divorce. And he was like, at the time, I thought I wanted it. But now, knowing what I know now, I don't think I want it.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, knowing that I know now, I think he regrets all of this. And I don't think
I'm sure he has regrets. Now,
yeah, but
I think his regrets is, I don't think he understood that now divorce, he would lose his business standings, his money standings.
Yeah.
In that regard.
So you don't think it's
in his mind, I do believe that she may have been the brain, but he was the bronze. And I think that he probably was the type, she would get the contracts and stuff in order, and Martell executed. He was the point man, he was the program manager,
project manager.
He was the project manager, and he made sure those things were done. She handled the business end, he handled the physical part.
So Coleslaw can't do that, you don't think?
I don't think that's her interest. She wants to sell Fashion Nova resale.
Oh, okay. So, but he don't even want her though, right?
I don't think, and that's the craziest thing that I don't understand a man that would waste his whole family. But that's how subconsciously I keep saying, I don't think Martell wanted to be in this marriage anymore, because this isn't a guy who was messing with multiple women. He was just messing with, they
said it was multiple women.
But he's been messing with this one for 5 years.
For the longest.
That we know of.
And according to her, this is not him, but according to her and Tasha, another blog, this isn't the first pregnancy she's had with him.
That's crazy.
Right.
So they're still, as my mama called it, freelance. So they're out here freelancing.
But do you think it's because he stayed with her the longest because she's the one that didn't care he was married?
I think
that she would do what he wanted that his wife wouldn't do.
Yeah, I'm sure he as he said, she was pleasing him.
Yeah,
pleasuring him.
He was
with her because I'm not doubting that he cares about her. What I don't believe, what I do believe is that subconsciously this was his out, just like it was Melanie's, to get out of this marriage.
He just didn't know what he was going to be losing.
Okay with it. I just don't think he understood that his businesses would fall apart.
So do you think that's why he wants? Do you think he wants the marriage back? If he would,
no,
I think
not
he
now.
Wants to get along with Melanie.
I hope
that he doesn't know how.
I think he would love to still be married to her.
What about?
I think he knows that it's not an option. I think that he does. But when he heard the daughter say, "We saw you in the ambulance," and then what do you call it?
I knew what you was talking about.
The elevator.
I knew exactly what to go, girl. We got you.
Okay.
Melanie gonna put him in the ambulance now.
Come on, Callie.
Okay. When he said the kids should not be told that kind of stuff. That Melody. Well, wait a minute. That Melody should put the father in a positive light.
I agree.
Okay, but so my problem with that is your actions put you in that negative light. So just a second, Joy. So let's wait. Let's say Melody didn't say anything at all, right? And now it's time for the kids to meet the new brother, right? Well, Dad, he's my age. How'd that happen? what had happened was. Come on. So when he has to explain that, you
it's still
put
gonna
yourself
be
in a negative light, right? So he was. I'm glad they didn't argue about it, but he was clearly upset that wow.
I don't know if I think if the girls, the oldest, I'm not quite sure if she is. I think if they were 13 and 14 and understood sex and how things work, I think that it would be an issue. I'm talking about that 13-year-old.
Right.
I'm talking about the kids' perception of their father. My whole thing is this: you have to allow, and I believe this from my heart. You and I also, and I'm coming from my daddy wasn't the best. He didn't, my father was a superior father, but he used to talk about my mother.
Gotcha.
And it was so bothersome to me. It drew me to her when she started coming around. But dang.
Well, you know, this is
go ahead, Kelly. I'll go next. Go ahead.
This is a whole nother person. So I don't care if they're 4 or 13. Somewhere along the line, you are a few months away from Melania. How did that happen?
Oh, that's what my point was. Y'all know I had to pray for me.
Let it happen.
Where did I forget it? Oh, look, they're going to have their opinion about their father, and it's probably going to be negative. Right. But in my opinion, you have to allow them to come to their conclusion.
I got you. I agree.
As a parent, you shouldn't help support it in any other way but somewhere positive.
Well, we don't know that she necessarily helped. It's just that she was checking on his agenda for the day, and oops, there he is in the elevator.
Okay, and then another thing with the song thing, which is going to be next, but his mom, Melody didn't say with his mom is doing it too.
I'm wondering if they telling her souping his mom up, because I love
Mama Holt. Yeah, what's her name first? I don't know her first name, but yeah.
Actually, I like both of the mothers.
Me too.
But I was kind of disappointed in Melanie's mama too, a little bit earlier.
Oh,
why? What happened?
When they met at the house and she was talking to him. But that's because Martell had put all that stuff about her on Facebook. But I know which moment you're talking about, Joy. So Mel shouldn't say negative things about him, but she doesn't have to protect him if anybody else does. Did he try to protect her?
You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie.
Denise, the answer to that would be no.
But I ain't saying what you got to do. I'm talking about for the betterment of your children.
The betterment of the children
going to all of what
is to not cheat on your family.
Nobody's arguing with that. Y'all are trying to beat a dead horse here.
No, we're not. We're trying to discuss.
These people are divorced.
It's not about beating a dead horse. It
really is.
No, it's not. It's about when Martell says something like, "You got to put me in a more positive light." I don't care what I can say or do positive about you. The fact is, what you did was negative. I can stay mum on it, and whenever these kids want to talk about it and they get the truth, what you did was negative, no matter what I said.
So they say they know he made another baby with the woman. They're going to know it went on for 5. That's a lot, y'all. His mother does not lie for him. That's how Mel knew he was having a boy. And then Denise said all the mothers need to have several seats. I do feel like I don't want the mothers to become involved.
Yeah, I don't need
Wanda's enough. Wanda's enough. And she's too much, actually. Yeah. But I feel like the other mothers feel upstaged by Wanda.
Wanda trying to be a TV personality. She probably the nicest person in the world. She run a daycare. We all know that lady.
Yeah.
She probably cook caramel cakes every other Sunday.
Right.
It's just a shock to me because it seems like she's that person you want around all the time, loudmouth, party, good old woman. But yet Tisha never really was never held and hugged and loved. That trips me out because she doesn't seem like that person.
Well, she also, I could see what she was saying, but she also said they never said I love you, but he asked, well, what did they do? They were always there for her. She didn't want for nothing.
Yeah, they have
her back. That she wants to hear. She would, and it's kind of scary. It seems like she would rather hear it than feel it.
Like actions don't matter.
Anything. I want to feel it.
I want to feel it. Actions speak louder than words. But I think Tish don't understand that.
Yeah.
She just don't get it. Martell looks just like his mom, I swear. Thank God he was born.
And his oldest daughter.
Like his daddy. Oh.
No,
his oldest daughter looks just like him too.
Okay, so let's see what else I have. Martell had a secret crush. Did you think he was going to say coleslaw? I did.
No, I thought he was going to say Melody.
Did he say his secret crush was?
His kids.
Oh. I thought he was going to say Melody.
That's when the baby said, I saw you in the hotel with your crush.
She said, I know who it is because I saw you.
In the elevator.
And you know, every time I think about that, I'm thinking about the elevator, the wife, the man, the mistress. I think of the dentist that killed her husband, ran over him with her Mercedes Benz. Remember that?
I do remember that. He in the parking lot.
In the parking lot at the hotel. At the hotel.
Oh, okay.
They got to fighting inside the lobby.
What is that called?
It was in the parking lot.
You lost your mind. What is that called? What's your defense? What's your defense for that?
She had no defense. She's still in jail.
I was trying to figure. Yeah, that's what. Because I already know
she's out of jail by now.
I can't remember what happened to her, but I do remember because you can watch the video like online.
Yes, still to this day. And she had his daughter in the car.
She didn't just roll over his bus. She put that in reverse and went back again. She sure did.
That's not temporary insanity. I'm sorry. All right. So what do y'all think about them firing? How they gonna fire Uncle Mike? Why would they fire Uncle Mike?
You can't do that kind of work with family. Yeah.
How do y'all all know about this story?
That is just too much. You can't work with a family like that.
With her, y'all. When she ran him over?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. The daughter was in the car with her.
Yeah, I remember her.
It's the Clara Harris. That's who it is. Clara Harris.
Clara, yeah.
Y'all can tell
I can't believe you ain't never seen that video.
Yeah.
It's crazy when you watch it because you know somebody dies.
Yeah.
Well, see, Mel didn't do that in the hotel with baby in the car. So.
And the movie is on Lifetime. If just go check it out.
Okay, I want to watch the movie.
It's good.
Maybe
it's
I
good.
saw the movie. Maybe that's
because you was able to visualize it.
Yeah, I said I remember that. And I said, what they in the parking lot? Yeah.
They sentenced her for 20. She was in jail for 20 years.
Oh, what?
She was convicted in 2003. She has served 15 years behind bars. So she's out now.
One lady is out who shot her husband and his new wife.
She's not out. Betty Broderick?
Yeah.
Dirty John.
Is she out? No. Girl, Betty Broderick, they've been denying her little thing for years.
Yes, I remember that. Let's see. And the bumper came off.
I thought she got out.
That's crazy, y'all. Okay, but let's get back on this. 7:30, y'all.
Sorry, honey.
So, let's see. I want to talk to you, but see, Kelly, we weren't here for the therapy talk because remember you had talked about a therapist and all that.
Yeah,
we already talked about it. Shoot.
No, that's okay.
But I wanted you in on that one. Because I was like, do you think Marceau is mad at Tish for going to therapy?
Well, he probably not mad, but as long as he didn't have to go, he's just like, here you go again. I'll just listen and shut up.
Betty ain't getting out either. Because Betty's still lying. But they tortured Betty.
They did torture her.
So when they're playing softball, why is
I'm so sick of them too.
And Marceau,
do we need to have another celebration of this couple, another baseball, another wedding, another anniversary?
Yeah, but it's COVID. Is this still COVID? Is that why they're doing this?
They sat there and tried to tell everybody else how wrong they were handling their marriage and please be more like us.
I did feel like they were the voice of reason, though, a little bit.
No, they were not. I couldn't.
The Whitlows, is that their names?
Whitlows, yeah.
They seem balanced.
I think they're the voice of reason, and with Mel and Martell. You don't think so?
I will say this: it is becoming annoying.
It is. I am over them.
Everywhere they go, that they're arguing. I want them to have some kind of productive conversation.
Do you think production is like we got to keep it popping? So y'all, because sometimes it seems.
Well, listen, production. We
over
it.
Let them pretend next season
because they had the nerve to say
like each other.
I know, right? They had the nerve to say that Melody and Martell keeps messing up anniversary parties.
They do, though.
Okay, but so do Tiffany. And Tiffany then came and got married 5 times. She took over the wedding, the anniversary in Las Vegas. I'm sick of her.
What happened in Las? Oh,
Oh, what did she do in Las Vegas?
They wouldn't renew their vows. Did nobody need to see them renew? All we gotta do is go on YouTube and watch it with the man, husband, and the wrinkled scrubs. We have seen enough.
You Kelly.
Child.
You ain't right. So the group text. So let's get on to that. So why is Marceau and Tish 1.0? Because they got married first? Because isn't Maurice older? Because they're 1.0, Scott, and then the other one's 2.0 is because they got married later. Okay.
Why did Kimmie get mad over that? That was such a Tish move.
No.
I couldn't keep up with that, so I had to turn off the TV.
I think it was because it was money. Do you think that mailed them? Did they say how much they were giving, and maybe they didn't want to give that much?
It was weird to me because it didn't seem like Kimmie's personality.
Right. It was out of the blue.
I agree. Mel and Martell, they need to not be invited.
But you know what I was saying? So when is Tisha the voice of reason? And then Tisha went on that when she said, well, I heard you planning events without me. She was like, what event did I plan? And she was like, oh, well, maybe I was wrong. And
why did she do that? What's wrong with it?
I was trying to help you a minute ago.
Why would she do that? And they say she does it often. You can tell that everybody was like, not again. Like, this is something
here we go.
that this girl does often.
What was that about?
So
What's
over
wrong
her.
with it?
It was so off. Like I had to rewind it. And
like, Kimmie, are you really
I thought I had missed something.
I think she did. She just wanted to say something to make Kimmie look bad.
She made it up. Okay.
And Kimmie just like, what did I plan? Kimmie don't even like to go nowhere. Okay. Like she don't even want to live by y'all.
I heard she caters though. Is she still a nurse?
I don't think she's still a nurse. You think so?
Yes, she is. I don't know for sure, but I would think so. Because she was in no rush to quit. Because she don't trust Maurice.
But do you think COVID
we know something is off.
Maurice,
something's off.
He worked at a law firm.
Yeah, he has his law firm.
And he has his credit.
Business. That's why I said, why can't Martell go work for him? Because Maurice said he's overrun.
I mean, what kind of law firm are you running that you have all this time to be on reality TV show? I'm not there for the Maurice and his little.
He's
not filming a lot.
It don't matter, but still, what kind of law work you doing?
Are etched in stone.
All right, so we got to get into this. So Melanie was better than Martell at baseball. Is she just better than everything?
Yes, as are most women, better than most men.
Joy, what do you have to say?
I don't have nothing to say. I don't know.
Okay,
silly
because Martell said that he felt like women think they run stuff.
Oh, I'm just saying.
We do.
But they need to get put in their place.
I'm glad you brought that up.
We do. No.
You know she meant it.
Sometimes
no joking right there.
I'll tell you though, but sometimes I want you to put me in my place. I find that sexy sometimes. And sometimes I don't. It just depends on my mood. So you got to catch me when I'm ready. But yeah. So
okay.
But I don't think the way he's meant it, I didn't like it. What do you have to say, people?
I mean, I think
he is losing the last few brain cells he has. He needs to be plugged back in.
That's what that's yes. Why would he say that though?
I mean, he probably thinks that,
and he believes it. We don't need to hear this.
To be put in our place,
Joy, girl. I'm just going.
But in a good way, when you're having fun, you're role playing, but not for real.
I'm just going to shut up and up. I can't.
I think Martell needs to humble himself. He tried to be a boss, but hasn't paid the cost.
And Mr. Whitlow then took him outside and tried to talk to him because clearly Mr. Whitlow is the perfect husband, but Martell don't want to hear that either. Wait a minute, what they gave him his own title. What did Martell do?
He Martelled it.
Mar done told it again and again. He went full Martell. It's horrible.
Nuh-uh, not you sound like Mr. Off Color.
You ain't gonna do no right by you till you do right by me.
All right, so what else?
Papa told you to beat me.
My Destiny think everybody want her. She think the race named after her. She think. I do love their race and I love their foundation.
I couldn't listen to them now. Tell me about it.
Entrepreneurs. I thought that was really nice.
What is it about? Because I can't. Well, I just hit forward fast.
I guess they race. There's a race. People donate stuff, and then I don't know how they pick the people, but they do small businesses, and I guess they help them.
Was it named after Destiny?
According to her, yes.
I mean, I believe it because.
And then when Martell talked about Kanye West, how you gonna use Kanye West to make your point valid? Joy, you need to go talk to your boy, okay? You got to tell
him. What did he say before that though? He was like,
well, you know, Kanye, Kim wanted a divorce.
Yeah,
didn't want a divorce.
And even Kanye
did, but he let Kim do it.
I believe it. I mean, girl,
definitely sad argument.
Kanye is not even all there. You cannot use him. Ever since his mom passed away, he has been going through some things.
He was going through some things before that. He's just that kind of person. He'll be fine.
Do you think that Destiny needs to stay out of their arguments?
Yes,
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. I don't understand why she keeps
especially since you can't be even-handed.
Yeah.
It would be one thing if you got, because there are some women that are able to do that in a friendship. I'm the best person to call when they husband's tripping. You know that, don't you? Like for real, for real. I'm that girl.
Why? Because you're gonna tell them to shut up and listen? You're gonna tell them to shut up and listen?
I'm not gonna tell anybody to leave either, unless they're being abused.
I ain't gonna tell you to leave
or something. I'm not gonna tell you to leave.
I won't do that.
I won't do that.
Joy is just gonna say shut up and do what he says.
No, Joy, you better not.
Yes, Joy. Where do I get that from? Should we go and replay every tape?
I gotta replay everything. What? We just need to replay all the episodes. Kelly, you was being shady.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
I know you don't. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I done forgot what I was saying now. Oh God. What was I saying? Jesus. It was good too. Y'all just done messed me up. Also, do you think that a man shouldn't be able to retaliate on social media? Like just let the woman say what she wants to say and not respond?
Okay.
I think a man should be a man and stop acting like a female.
I hate that either one of them. I hate that he responds. Mm-hmm. But when Martell responds, it's because Melanie just shot him like 5. She said 5 things.
Well, but that didn't happen in this scene. One. That didn't happen in this scene.
Okay.
No. I'm just saying in general. But when he does punch, he punches below. He real close to that belt.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like what Callie says all the time, to the point of nausea.
Oh, what she say?
She says to the point of nausea. You can control. Somebody come back at you if you didn't shade at you a certain kind of way. And a lot of times when Martell responds, it's because she's punched and poked and prodded.
Girl,
and when he come back,
Melody does not punch and prod. Melody don't have time to sit there and punch and prod. Come on.
I don't know. I don't really look at.
And she sure didn't today on this episode.
Live, I'm telling you, it's so many things that got out on social media. Mm-hmm. It's so many stories that we know the backstories to. Like when we watch TV. Because if you remember, Melanie and Martell were arguing over something that we never even saw play out on the show. That first argument with them sitting on the porch, we never did hear the actual, they never did show the actual Instagram post of him bringing or mentioning that he got baby 2 on the way. She used
baby 2.
I mean, baby, that 5th child.
Oh, okay. I was like, Lord, not another one.
Okay, because Melanie, she said, you're just disrespecting on social media. But they didn't put that kind of tweet out. We watching this stuff live.
So does anybody have the divorce tweet that he was talking about? Because I didn't watch it in the beginning, so I'm kind of.
I don't remember him talking about divorcing her, but I do remember.
No, he said that she did a tweet about divorcing him or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but no.
One tweet, I didn't do a tweet or something. And he was like, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. So, Antoinette, do you have the divorce tweet or post?
You can find it because you can't delete a tweet.
Yeah, I think it was
I forgot that website, but it's your deleted tweets. They can find them. If you know a person's direct name, you could put in and then put a word like divorce.
And then find
or divorced.
Antoinette don't follow them at all. I really want to see this.
I follow them on Facebook, but they don't.
Yeah, I follow them on Instagram. I'm not on Twitter.
On Facebook like that. They post on Instagram and Twitter.
And I don't.
A lot of times I was seeing stuff. I was seeing them in groups because people use, those people in those Huntsville groups. They would screenshot it and bring it in the group. So we were watching this stuff play out live because they were arguing, and it was almost always her. He would put out something general, and or in that particular case, and then she responds, and she responded in such a crazy way with tweets.
Oh, please.
I need to see this. Crazy. I don't believe it, Joey. I need to see this.
Okay. I could tell you it was after Easter because the argument was Easter.
I remember that one.
Yeah, he was asking. Mm-hmm. Could he, what are y'all doing on Easter? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I remember that one. Oh, did you just delete everything? That's all I had for my notes. Y'all got anything else?
Where is T and Honey at?
I don't know. I haven't seen her. I hope she didn't get in jail.
I miss our regular followers. T and Honey.
She loves Huntsville. Yeah.
Yes, I don't see y'all after a while.
Somebody did go to Facebook jail.
Yeah, Toya went to Facebook
jail. Yeah.
Child.
Okay. Y'all can't curse and stuff.
So when somebody did ask AZZ, that's how you need to do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think that's all I had for Huntsville. Mm-hmm. The kids thing is what got me the most. Them. Yeah. Oh, she has Facebook jail.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get out of jail.
You know when people in jail. How do you know when people in jail?
They'll come in. They can sometimes comment and say I'm in jail.
Oh.
So they'll create another account and be like, I'm in jail.
Or do like me and have 19
I know. We were just talking about somebody else.
No, somebody else, not you. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I think that's
we talking about from earlier.
Move forward. Let's pass. So somebody said they need to move forward. Let the past be the past and not arguing. Mm-hmm. Woo, child.
It's not entertaining anymore. Like, if I want them to argue over some new stuff, like bring coleslaw.
Yeah, bring it on. I want to see it. I want to say, girl, did you see that baby when you was on the elevator? Did you see the baby? Did you see her?
No, not the face. I saw the hair.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about what I want to ask coleslaw.
Oh, right. I want them to argue over new stuff.
That baby's cute. I mean, he had the little hat on. Not
did y'all see his face?
You see the side of it. He looks just like one of those kids. Which one is it? Is it Boss Baby?
All of their babies look the same but different.
Right, but he looks just like one of them for real. And I want to say maybe Boss Baby. He looks just like her.
That's gonna tear Melanie up.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine seeing my husband have a baby and a son when it's not that Martell Jr. is any less, but I'm sure Melanie wanted another boy to kind of even out just the energy. Woo. I can't imagine having to look at a baby that ain't mine that might look like my baby.
Right.
That's
sad. Just so
and her baby and this baby, wouldn't they be considered project twins?
Yeah, project. You call them something else.
I've never heard that.
Twins. Somebody call them Irish something, but they project.
Yeah, I mean project twins. Yeah.
What are project twins? What's the definition? Because that's cracking me up.
You can look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Oh, okay.
Project twins is literally when a boy gets two people pregnant in a similar time frame. When you got two girls pregnant at the same time.
And they about the same age.
Yeah, it's usually close in age.
Because
I think the babies, I don't know how far apart they are, but they
close. Listen at the definition.
They can go to the same school and daycare, I'll tell you that.
Project twins. When a dude has got two different women pregnant at the same time. When a male has two different females pregnant at the same time.
But you done studied that definition because you put it word for word. Like, did you write that?
Y'all
wait a minute.
Look, I did know.
Kelly, what are you doing?
Listen, then there's ghetto twins, right? Ghetto twins says the term used to describe when a man fathers two children in the same month with two different women. That's ghetto twins. Y'all didn't know it was a difference. See?
I didn't either.
Hold on.
The ghetto, they two different places.
They got hood twins. Here's one for hood twins. when two women in the hood get knocked up around the same time by the same man and have children that are very close in age, same daddy, different mamas.
They synonyms, basically. They synonyms. Hood twins, ghetto twins, project.
I just didn't expect to see that many synonyms. Okay.
I like this. Okay. Yeah, Callie was working.
Yes, right. That was the Urban Dictionary.
It was Joy's dictionary. Joy wrote that real fast.
Y'all know where I heard that from. Y'all remember the show, The Game?
Yes.
When Melanie and Derwin had gotten back together, Janae was pregnant.
Yeah, and Janae was Drew.
There was an episode of him, and he was unable. He did not want to complete.
Oh,
and that was because he didn't want to make Project Twins. So I was like, "What the world is a Project Twins?"
George was like, "Let me go check it out."
And he didn't want to get Melanie pregnant.
Oh, so he didn't want to
finish. He didn't
want to.
Did you watch that show, Montique?
I did. I didn't watch it for a long time though.
Because that girl was Drew Sidora.
Yeah, Drew. Yeah. Drew's gonna be in a movie coming up on Lifetime.
No, but that was Janae. He got Janae.
Janae was more Chestnut's
sister. You're right. Okay.
But
no, Janae is on the Black Lady.
He kissed Drew.
Yeah, but she was that was a show where Morris Chestnut was like a doctor or something. The girl from Station 19, she was his sister, and she was gay.
Oh, okay.
But I was about to tell y'all something. Oh, Drew has a movie coming out on Lifetime.
I don't care.
Actually. Oh, okay.
Well, the Christmas movie is
one is like sorority girls gone wrong.
Oh, that's what I saw.
And then another one is it could be a Christmas movie. Deborah Cox is in it. They're in a courtroom, and that
is a Christmas. Yeah. I saw that cluster.
Yeah, so she's doing some things.
Good for her. But y'all know what would be interesting if Candace really gets. One of the things that she mentioned is that her song was being considered for a Grammy.
Yeah. I hope.
Yes. If you imagine, would she be considered the most?
She would be the most successful album.
Yeah.
But Melody's beating her because she got an award on the red carpet. I don't remember what it was for. Melody.
Both of them are doing good. Melody's was not a Grammy.
But it was a made up award somebody made for her, and she it
was a made up reward.
I mean, I think it was
the shade.
No. Y'all mean quite a few weeks back?
Yeah, was that a real?
I don't know about that.
That was real.
Because Vivica Fox gave it to her, but that don't mean much either.
Did y'all watch the remix video of Benefits?
No, was it good?
Okay, let me tell you what. Q did not come to play.
Who was Q?
Q Parker from the group one. So he
is that who that is?
Yes, from the group
now I'm gonna go listen. Okay, I thought it was just some project.
I've never seen that video.
The remixes of him and yes, honey, it's good.
I thought it was a Project Twin that was just singing with her.
Q Parker got the chocolate skin looking better than the Hershey.
Yes. Okay, so Callie, can you post it?
Can we? Yeah, but I did post it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you ain't. I posted me reviewing it.
How did I miss this? Where did you post it at?
Oh no, Chatter Up page. I think Denise was the only one that checked like or whatever, but it's out there.
Okay, I'm going to look when we get off. Yeah, we got to leave too. Y'all ready to 1, 2, 3 piece it out? Hopefully, we're going to do Potomac either Monday or Tuesday. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Tonight's Erica Jane, right? We get to go and
go read. We really missed it. It ain't. We'll see.
We ain't missing nothing, I bet. Okay.
All right. Well, y'all be good. Peace. I need to eat. Y'all be good. Have fun tonight.
Bye.
All right, y'all. Yeah, I guess it is late. Dang, she hung up quick. Dang.
I know, right?
What the hell? Okay, bye.
Bye.